Hi guys, Shelli, Pelly, Annie Parker Confidential. You know, a lot of the reason why I started the brand Annie Parker Confidential and my YouTube channel just shy of a couple years ago now is at a base level, I really like to share. I like to share things with other women, things I know, things I have access to. And I wanted to create a forum where we as women could share and comment and come to be supported and uplifted by one another. Today, I want to touch on the idea of divorce and breakups. If you are a human being on this earth, you have been through at least one of them at least one time. None of us, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you look like, I don't care what your bank account says. Nobody leaves this earth unscathed. We all have challenges that we face during the course of life, and a lot of what we as human beings are going to experience is a breakup, is a divorce. If you're going through either a divorce or a breakup, I want to share just a few things with you that I hope will leave you feeling uplifted, a little more of a sense of peace, a sense of calm, and then I wanted to end it with a couple tools that I used for myself when I was going through some pretty yucky breakups that really helped me. I've shared with them with friends, and they've come back to me later and said, oh, that just felt really good because it gave me a light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm going to share that with you at the end. Whether you are going through a divorce or a breakup, there is no pain hierarchy. One doesn't hurt more than the other. It hurts no matter what. It hurts if you've been together 20 years. It hurts if you've been together 6 months, if you really loved the person. Pain is pain. So don't let other people feel that, well, just because you just dated a couple years or just because you weren't married, that somehow that invalidates your pain. It does not. It hurts, and it is okay to feel the pain. I also want you to remember 3 things. You will be fine, you will get through it, and you will evolve and come out on the other side wiser, stronger, and more elevated. If, and that's the key, if you have the ability to sit back and identify the message and identify the lesson, because that's usually what breakups or divorces or any type of a relationship trauma like that is. It's an opportunity for us to hear a lesson. It's an opportunity for us to grow, and it's an opportunity for us to evolve as human beings. That's why it's here. Let me just share a little bit of my own background, and it's not because it's about me. It's maybe you see some parallels with your own life. I was with the same person from 18 years old until 26. I got out of that one kind of without a bruise because I was the one that cut bait on it. I was the one ready to move on. And I think that probably for a few years before I actually pulled the plug, I had been ready and going through that process anyway. But what happened was I went right from that relationship smack into another one. That person I was with for 4 years. So I essentially had not been by myself ever in my entire life. He actually broke up with me and left me, for lack of a better term, for his boss. It was a female boss. And for the first time in my life, I was completely by myself. So yes, of course you go through those feelings of shock, betrayal, anger, like irritation, all while feeling as though literally the rug has been pulled out from under your life and you're just free falling through space and not knowing when or where you're going to land. I mean, that's what it feels like. And anybody who's been through that, maybe you can identify. It literally just feels like your entire world is crumbling around you and falling apart, and you really can't see a light at the end of the tunnel because it just hurts and it feels like you don't know what you are doing or which side is up. Once that kind of settled, I used the time to really kind of reflect. In looking back, what I really saw is that I had been sacrificing a lot of myself, a lot of things that were important to me, a lot of things that would have been important for my own personal growth for him, to be with him. And that's not why I was put on this earth. And I bet that's not why you were put on this earth, to sacrifice your growth and your own personal elevation for a guy. I also took an opportunity to look at things that I accepted and tolerated about him that never in a million years would I have ever done that. Primarily, he lied a lot, just about dumbass things. And that isn't a part of my fabric and who I am, but I accepted it for whatever reason, because, I loved him and we were together. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, never again will I do that. I also made it a pointed effort. The guy cheated. So when I started to feel mad about it, when I started to feel angry about it, when I started to feel just like really pissed off that he did that, which are normal feelings, so let yourself feel it. But I got to a point where I was ready to just let them go because I saw him instead as a conduit for a better, more elevated life for myself. So let me say that again. Yes, I got mad. Yes, I got angry. Yes, I felt resentful. But it wasn't because I wanted to be with him. It was my own ego. And so I realized that the anger, the madness, the resentment was my ego getting in the way. And if I could put that aside and see him as a conduit for my own growth and elevation and let the why of why we broke up go, I felt like this lightness come over me, and I just felt like, okay, I'm gonna be fine. I'm letting that go. He was a tool, no pun intended, in my life and my own elevation. The second thing that I really realized, and maybe you have this too, since it was the first time that I was ever really by myself, this whole entire period was it was the time in my life when I grew the absolute most. I learned to become extremely comfortable with myself, just being by myself. I wasn't like going out with friends. I wasn't dating a ton. I wasn't traveling. I really just took that time to spend by myself. And I'm not kidding you. I would go to movies by myself. I would go out to dinner by myself. I would just go down into Little Italy or North Park or wherever it was around San Diego. And I would just walk around for the afternoon and go into little shops. I would hang out by myself at home. I'd watch the cooking channel at night. And I really just spent a lot of time with myself. So at first it was difficult because when you're used to being with somebody, you don't know where the two of you end and you begin as a human being. During that time, I became excruciatingly comfortable just being by myself, and then realizing that, I kind of like me. I kind of like just who I am. And that sort of, I think, built the foundation to when I was ready to get back into the game, I started attracting a different kind of person, a different kind of friend, and a different kind of guy, because I just felt really solid and comfortable with myself. Okay, so if you're just going through a breakup, if you just started going through a divorce, or wherever you are in your journey, if you're still hurting, first of all, please know that you're not alone. It's happened to all of us. We've all been through it. I know it hurts. You will be fine. You will get better. Okay, so here's what I want you to do, and this helped me so much I can't even tell you, because when everything seems insurmountable, it helps to break it down into small little bites. All right, take out your iPhone or your calendar, and I want you to earmark 3 months from today. Today is September 30th, so you would mark December 30th. Know that 3 months from today, you are going to feel much better, and just start putting one foot in front of the other. You'll have good days and bad days. You'll have days when you feel really hopeful and you feel just ebullient and energetic, and you're going to have days when you just feel like crawling under a rock, when you just feel like putting the covers over your head. It's okay. Let yourself feel it, pull yourself out, and put one foot in front of the other. The more you can do that, and the more you can see sort of those hallmarks of, okay, 2 weeks later, I feel better, a little bit better than I did 2 weeks ago. 1 month into it, I feel better than I did the first day. 2 months into it, 3 months into it. At the 3 month mark, look back. I'll bet you'll feel so much better. Every day that you put one foot in front of the other is a day when you're going to feel just a little bit better. I just took out a journal, and I just journaled how I was feeling, anything that I wanted, because it wasn't going to be seen by anybody but me. If I was feeling really hurt, I just kind of let it out. If I was feeling good, if I was feeling mad, if I was feeling angry or resentful, I just put it all in my journal. And that was really helpful too, because it was cathartic. So I hope that was helpful for you. You guys, this is a safe channel for women. That means that we're all here to support each other and to give each other encouragement, thoughtful feedback. So please feel free to comment, to share, and to ask. For all things wellness, beauty, fitness, and healthy living, subscribe to my channel, visit me on the blog, AnnieParkerConfidential.com, and I'll see you on the blog.